For 500 years, this diva has had generation after generation obsessed with her. Why? That smile. Some say it's happy, some say it's sad, some say it's sick or threatening or tortured. One horny guy in 1859 even said that he could sense her repressed desires. I think that says more about you than it does her, Theophily. But the true nature of her expression is ambiguous. And that ambiguity does something powerful. It triggers the Zeigarnik Effect. This is our brain's tendency to remember and obsess over things that feel unfinished more than those that feel complete. Unresolved tasks or mysteries create an open loop in our minds. And that tension keeps pulling our attention back until we find closure. This is why you can't stop thinking about your TV show after a cliffhanger, or go to sleep until you've washed the dirty dishes in the sink. The mystery of Mona Lisa's smile creates a kind of mental tension, an open loop, that we come back to time and time again, consciously and subconsciously, generation after generation. Whether Da Vinci meant to or not, he weaponized strategic mystery to induce an endless infatuation that has lasted for half a millennia so far. He was the original undersharer. Today, in a world of oversharers, you may be tricked into believing that more is better. And yeah, there's something to be said about volume developing skill, but most people have forgotten the art of empty space, the value of distance, the strategy of silence. But there are some who have not forgotten, and I've found 4 specific ways that icons weaponize this effect to build ride or die fan bases. I call them the 4 loops, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you can use them. Okay, so the first, the loop of who, is when identity is withheld to open a loop where we can't stop trying to resolve anonymity. Think Daft Punk, MF Doom, Gorillaz, Marshmello. Of course, Sia used this at the height of her fame. Banksy has leveraged this for years. A big part of his brand equity is the speculation of who he is. One particularly interesting case study of this is a YouTuber named Dream, who built his entire platform of 30+ million followers wearing a mask, until one day he revealed his face.
Hi.
And arguably since doing so, his brand and fame have suffered, because revealing his identity closed a loop in people's minds, the loop that was keeping people hooked. Then there's the loop of when. This is about using irregular timing as the open loop. What people feel the need to solve is when they will hear from you next. Musicians love this one and use this one all the time. Frank Ocean, Kendrick Lamar, Rihanna. They're all renowned for pulling back for long periods of time, only to surprise you out of nowhere with zero warning.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill.
Oh my God! You can't listen to this and tell me that he ain't the best rapper of our generation, bro.
The third category is the loop of how much. This loop is about rationing access. Celebrities like Scarlett Johansson or Daniel Radcliffe don't have Instagram. Beyonce limits her interviews. And this also works with things that aren't people. In fact, this is the main reason Berghain, the notoriously selective club in Berlin, is so famous. One person wearing sandals gets in while another person doesn't. One hot person gets in while another hot person doesn't. The mystery of the qualities of this access get revisited in culture over and over again.
You want to get into Berghain.
One of the most exclusive clubs in Berlin.
All the information to actually get in.
The fourth category is the loop of why. This is about unfinished or sporadic narrative. The art of giving people just enough story that their minds start to fill in the blanks. Taylor Swift is a master at this. She sprinkles Easter eggs and hidden clues everywhere. She uses controlled stories, forcing fans to connect the dots. The world's biggest brands are using this loop to hack your brain too. Watch what your brain does here. It may have taken a second, but you filled in the blanks. And in doing so, you internalize the brand name more than if you hadn't. Same with this one from KFC and this one. In fact, if the ad is instantly gettable, if the loop is closed, it will be ignored. But leave just enough to be understood, and it will be remembered. Okay, so brands use this effect, celebrities use it, even Da Vinci used it. So the real question is, how can you use it to be more magnetic and unforgettable? For example, can you keep all or part of your identity unexplained? Get creative. This is a great loop to use if you're a new creator or you're trying to stir initial interest in the public eye. Either hold back frequency or drop something out of nowhere. With this one, you need both A, a pattern to break, and B, importantly, an audience that cares enough to notice if you're gone. So this one is better for mid-level or high-level creators and public figures. Tell stories that don't resolve. Drop a hint, a clue, an Easter egg. Let your audience do the detective work. Don't do every podcast interview. Don't post every thought. Make people crave more of you. In a world of oversharing, the biggest mistake people make is that they always close the loop. They explain everything, post everything, give unlimited access. And when nothing is left unfinished, there's no reason for people to keep you in their minds. But once you master the art of using these 4 loops to trigger the Zeigarnik Effect, you will get people to engage with you over and over again, even when you're not there. And that is when you become unforgettable. Okay, bye.